E! News rocks Lady Gaga's Marry the Night exclusive. The worldwide premiere of the pop sensation's outrageous new music video.
I actually blacked out the next morning. I don't remember really very much of doing that scene at all.
The insane fashion, the red-hot dance moves.
It was important to me to push the boundaries. It is autobiographical.
And the darkest moment in Gaga's life. Did you really go to the hospital? Were you really in a
Yes,
psych
all of that
ward?
is real.
Only we go one-on-one with the star as she makes her solo directorial debut.
Get ready. My E! News special starts right now.
I'm Jason Kennedy, and I'm here with the lovely Lady Gaga, and we are moments away from the world-exclusive premiere of Gaga's video, Marry the Night. But before we jump into it, first things first, how do you feel today?
I feel wonderful. I'm a bit nervous and excited.
What are you nervous about?
Well, it's quite revealing, isn't it?
The video itself is about probably one of the darkest days of your life, a dark, dark moment. Bring me back to that and what really happened that day.
Although it is autobiographical, there is an element of surrealism that was important to me. The moment in the video accounts a day in my life when I was not only in the hospital or in this clinic, but on that same exact day I was dropped from my first record label.
But when you found out that the label had dropped you, did you ever want to give up?
If you give up after something like that, you were never destined to be an entertainer. Show business runs through my bones and through my blood. The video in itself is a recollection not just of what happened, but what continues to happen to me on a daily basis with my career.
What are we going to see in this video?
It was important to me to push the boundaries. How far can we go with the reality of how terrifying it truly was, and how can I twist the reality of what happened into something that feels victorious by the end. It was important to me to string these sorts of thoughts and fantasies together in order to, in my own way, create a psychology.
So you hyped it up a little bit, or you put your artistic touch?
No, hype is not the word.
Artistic touch, is that fair?
It is my personal way of seeing things. Did you create this, or did it really happen? It doesn't matter. I'm the artist of my own life. I choose to tell you what happened. This is really what happened because I invented it.
Still ahead, Gaga and I finally hit play on her stunning 13-minute music video, Marry the Night. Don't go away. Welcome back to this E! News special. I'm here with Lady Gaga. And before we see this incredible music video, Marry the Night, do you want to say anything to your little monsters out there?
I would just like to say thank you for believing in me and for inspiring me to be brave enough to share this work with you.
We're back with Lady Gaga, our E! News special after watching that video. How does it feel to see all of that hard work just play? Now your fans have seen it.
It's exciting. I'm happy to finally share it with them. I wanted to release it so much sooner. It's just sometimes so hard to let go of something that means so much to you.
One of the interesting things I think about this video with you is you're dealing with some intense subject matter. You're being rolled down in a gurney, and yet you're talking about fashion.
For example, those nurses, they're wearing next season Calvin Klein.
There's something quite comical about the opening of the video, even though it's very sort of sinister and dark. In essence, the first 7 minutes of the video is insight into my entire creative process and the way that I view things. It's my internal monologue as I'm being rolled down the hallway, not just as how I felt then, but as how I feel now.
I think people, after they watch the hospital scene or the psych ward, whatever people are going to call it, they're going to say to themselves, wow, did it get to this point? Did Gaga really have to go to the hospital? And what did she go for? What do you say to your fans?
The entire framework of this video is completely true.
Did you really go to the hospital, or were you really in a
Yes,
psych
all of that
ward?
is real. Everything in the video is real. It's just my vision of that reality, and it is up to you to decipher what you would like to be real and what you would like to be false.
There's a scene where, couple scenes, where you're naked in the shoot.
That's probably the most autobiographical, realistic moment in the whole video, that scene. I actually blacked out the next morning. I don't remember really very much of doing that scene at all. My directorial decision was for them to just roll the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
Because I couldn't go in and out of the moment as an actress. I had to relive that moment all over again, and there's no way to go in and out of that experience and also be able to direct the camera.
Tell me about the decision behind your wardrobe, because I'm sure you were very hands-on with that.
This is if when I masturbate, this is a xylophone.
Oh, and it makes noise?
One of the ways that we chose for fashion to be a metaphor in this video, we created this twisted, broken ballet. I was never the ballerina. I was never the perfect dancer. I was always the broken bird in the background. The video is about the broken bird being brought to the front of the class. So that scene, for example, the ballet outfits are made of rubber, and the shoes are elongated and strange, and they're toe shoes, which represented like sort of the impossible Everest of my existence. And so we use them in the video as a representation of obstacle, as well as a representation of perfection.
In terms of directing, was it everything you thought it would be?
Well, I've sort of been directing for a while. I mean, all of my videos, I wrote all the treatments for all my music videos, and I've always been behind the camera with the director. This was just the first time that there wasn't two of us.
And?
It was an incredible experience. It was amazing.
I got 40 emails about it today. You have to ask Gaga, you have to ask Gaga. You did a Vanity Fair interview, and you said, I have an inability to know what happiness feels like with a man. Why?
Well, I'm just happiest when I'm with my dad.
Come on.
I'm very Italian. All the women in my family, they don't get married till they're 50, so I don't know. I don't like to talk about my love life. It's terrible.
Can I just ask you one question? What's that one thing that a fan can say to you and you say to yourself, wow, okay, I'm doing my job right now?
When they come to the car door together and they say, we met at the show and now we're best friends. It's about the community of the music. That's why with this record I really made an album that was an anthem as a body of work for the culture of the fans and what they stand for.
Well, I think it's safe to say you're going to be getting a lot of compliments after people see this video.
Oh, you're thank you. That's very nice.
Gaga, thank you. We appreciate it. And if you little monsters out there want to see more of Marry the Night, go to eonline.com and you can watch it over and over again. Thanks for watching, guys. Good night.